Abandoned cat nearly gives up on life until he meets an unlikely new best friend. You can never underestimate the effects that abandonment can have on an animal. Not only do they struggle to survive, but they have trouble figuring out whether their owners will return or not. Without knowing what lies ahead, they don't have much to look forward to. Emma Massingale, a farm owner from England, was certainly no stranger to this concept. So when a homeless cat crossed her path, she felt compelled to take him in. Little did she know this adoption would lead to a very unlikely friendship with her other pet. Caring for an animal is a huge responsibility. After all, they rely on humans for their survival. Sadly, some people don't always have the resources to support their pets, and there's little hope for them unless they are lucky enough to find a new home. Animal lover Emma Massingale understands this completely. Emma learned that a 6-year-old cat named Louie needed help. His owner was no longer able to care for him, and she decided to reach out to see if anyone could take the feline off her hands. Emma, who hails from North Devon, England, jumped at the opportunity. After hearing the woman's desperate plea, she knew that she had to welcome the poor cat into her home. He had no other option. His owner then went through a separation, and she couldn't keep Louie, so I, of course, said I would have him. Emma explained to reporters about the situation. Soon enough, he went to live on her farm with her other animals. Working as a professional horse trainer, Emma spent the majority of her time out in the stables, and Louie loved to tag along every time. It wasn't long before the cat had made himself at home. Emma was quick to note how Louie seemed to warm up to the large animals almost instantly. He started off just following me to the stable and walking along the walls or fences, nudging the horses with his head, she recalled. But Louie's affection for the horses didn't end there. In fact, it only grew. Then he started to jump on their backs and sit there, or jump on and then off the other side to get somewhere, she said. He was becoming more comfortable with them by the day. It all started when I was riding Comet, and I would just tap my leg and Louie would jump on, Emma said. Now all I have to do is tap Comet's back and Louie's straight there. He doesn't need any more encouragement like that. Just as much as Louie liked being around all the horses, they too enjoyed his company. But it was Comet who forged the tightest bond with the feline, and before long the pair was spending practically every waking moment together. Emma would often spot Louie climbing onto Comet's back, and then the two would set off into the nearby woods for a stroll. This little cat was becoming quite the regular feline equestrian. There was one small caveat to Louie and Comet's rides. The cat didn't much enjoy the rainy English weather. He's a bit of a fair weather rider, Emma joked of Louie's riding preferences. Still, Louie was always completely comfortable when riding with Comet. The two animals would stroll through the scenic woods, taking in all the curious sights and sounds. They must have been a pretty remarkable sight themselves. Comet and Louie seemed to be a good combo, Emma said of the duo's adventures in the woods together. If he wants the horse to stop, he bites the pony's mane. It's crazy but funny to watch. Of course, like most cats, Louie tended to become distracted by other things. If Louie gets bored, he just jumps off, but he seems to love it as he stays up there for ages, Emma continued. Emma would come along for the horseback rides alongside the cat too. Sometimes we ride together in the arena, and other times out and about. And sometimes Louie and his brother Remy will ride together, she said. Emma mentioned that often when the pair encountered new people, the strangers wouldn't even notice Louie perched on Comet's back at first. But once they did, their hearts would positively melt. The only thing they ever had to really worry about is curious dogs running after them. Otherwise, they were pretty much in the clear. I have to watch out for dogs, but Louie seems to like to ride, so he doesn't jump down when we're out, Emma said. While Louie most certainly wasn't your average cat, he did enjoy a good cuddle. I often find them nuzzling up together. I think horses like cats because they're so playful, but Comet really likes Louie. Louie's affection didn't stop with Comet though. As much as he enjoyed cuddling up with Comet, Louie also liked to spend time getting cozy with Emma and the other animals on her farm. When he would arrive home from their journey each day, he would often be found lounging around inside where it was dry. Louie and Comet's companionship might have been unconventional, but it was proof that friends can be found anywhere, and that every animal needs a good support system to be happy. Just look at how they ride together. Who would have guessed a horse and a cat could be best friends? They're the definition of what it means to have friendship goals.